Welcome to our channel, where ordinary coins can turn out to be hidden treasures. Some quarters may look like spare change, but a few are worth thousands of dollars. You never know, one of them could be sitting in your collection right now. We're about to reveal one that might be hiding in plain sight, so make sure to watch till the end. Imagine holding a small piece of American history in your hand, a shiny quarter that looks like any other. But this isn't just any quarter. It's a 1974 USA quarter dollar with no mint mark. At first glance, it might seem ordinary, but stick with me, this coin is anything but. To truly understand why, we need to take a step back and look at the world when this coin was made. The early 1970s were a time of change and uncertainty in America. The Vietnam War was coming to an end, the Watergate scandal was shaking the nation's trust, and everyday Americans were feeling the pinch of rising prices. While all this was happening, the U.S. Mint quietly produced coins that would one day become part of a fascinating story. Quarters have been a key part of American currency since 1796, and since 1932, they've featured the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. This design is instantly recognizable, symbolizing strength, leadership, and the spirit of the nation. Here's the twist: most quarters from 1974 have a small mint mark, a letter D for Denver or S for San Francisco, to show where they were made. But this particular quarter has none. No mint mark at all. That tiny absence makes all the difference. Back then, the Philadelphia Mint typically did not use a mint mark on quarters, unlike Denver or San Francisco. But starting in the mid-1970s, Philadelphia began adding a P to most quarters. The 1974 no mint mark quarters are a rare exception, struck during a transition period. Only a limited number were made, and they slipped quietly into circulation, almost like a secret waiting to be discovered. Collectors quickly noticed these no mint mark quarters because they are scarce. While millions of Denver and San Francisco quarters flooded the market, only a small handful of these Philadelphia no mint mark coins exist. And while they're made from the same copper-nickel blend as other quarters, their rarity gives them a special allure. Take a closer look at the design. The front, or obverse, shows Washington's dignified profile with "Liberty" above, "In God We Trust" to the side, and the year 1974 below. On the back, or reverse, an eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbols of war and peace, surrounded by United States of America and quarter dollar. What really sets this coin apart is how few have survived in good condition. Coins without mint marks often get overlooked or mistaken for common quarters, meaning many were lost or damaged over the years. But some collectors recognized their rarity early and carefully preserved their examples. As these quarters started appearing at auctions and in private collections, interest, and value, began to climb. Why does it fetch such a high price? In the world of coin collecting, two things matter most: rarity and condition. These quarters are rare, and some have been found in nearly flawless condition. Collectors call this mint state, graded as MS 67 or even MS 68 by professionals. That means the coin looks almost perfect, as if it just left the mint. There's also an intriguing mystery surrounding the missing mint mark. Was it a minting error? A test strike? Or an intentional decision? No one knows for sure, and that uncertainty adds a layer of excitement for collectors. It's like owning a little piece of a secret story, something that breaks the usual rules and makes you wonder. And here's where it gets really interesting. In recent years, one of these rare 1974 no mint mark quarters sold at auction for an astonishing $93,000. For collectors, the 1974 no mint mark quarter is the ultimate find. It combines rarity, mystery, history, and beauty into one small coin. It reminds us that even everyday objects, like the change in your pocket, can hold hidden treasures and stories waiting to be uncovered. If you think you might have one of these quarters, examine it closely near the date. The absence of a mint mark is the key. And remember, it's always best to have it professionally graded and authenticated to confirm its value, especially because counterfeit coins do exist. So, what can we learn from this coin? That history often hides in plain sight. With a little curiosity and attention to detail, you might discover something truly remarkable. This quarter isn't just currency, it's a storyteller, a whisper from the past asking us to slow down and appreciate the unexpected. Next time you find a quarter, don't just glance at it. Take a moment. You might be holding more than just change. You might be holding a piece of history worth tens of thousands of dollars. The next rare quarter in our lineup is the 1980 USA quarter dollar minted in Philadelphia, known among collectors simply as the 1980p quarter. At first glance, this coin looks just like any other quarter you've handled. But behind its familiar face lies a secret that has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide and turned this small piece of metal into a highly sought-after treasure. The year 1980 was a defining moment in American history. The nation was recovering from economic turbulence, entering a new political era, and witnessing ongoing tensions on the global stage. Amidst all this, the Philadelphia Mint was hard at work producing coins that would circulate throughout the country, and quietly, among the billions struck, some very special quarters were made. The design of this quarter is a classic. George Washington's profile, originally crafted by John Flanagan and introduced in 1932, adorns the front. His dignified face looks to the left, liberty arches boldly above, and the words, "In God We Trust," are etched clearly nearby. The year, 1980, sits beneath, grounding the coin firmly in its era. On the reverse, the majestic American eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, a powerful symbol of America's readiness for war and desire for peace. What makes the 1980p quarter truly remarkable is a tiny, often overlooked detail: the absence of the designer John Flanagan initials, JF, near Washington's neck. Typically, these initials are etched in to honor the artist's work. However, in a rare few coins, these initials are missing entirely. This variation, known among collectors as the No Flanagan initials, or No FG, quarter, is what sets this coin apart. How did such an anomaly happen? The most accepted explanation points to the die-making process. Dies are the steel stamps used to strike coins, and occasionally, errors occur during their preparation. It's believed that a small batch of dies was created without the initials, possibly due to an oversight or during test strikes. These dies were used before the error was caught, producing a limited number of quarters without the usual JF signature. This rarity instantly made the 1980p No FG quarters a coveted find. Only a small number slipped into circulation, and that scarcity drives their incredible value today. But rarity alone isn't the full story. Condition plays an equally important role. Coins made for circulation usually show wear and tear from everyday use, but some of these rare quarters have been preserved in exceptional condition. Those graded as MS-67 or MS-68, meaning mint state, with minimal to no imperfections, are the crown jewels of the collection world. Such pristine examples look almost as though they've just been minted, with sharp details and flawless surfaces. Collectors don't just buy these coins for their rarity, they buy them because of the story they tell. The 1980p No FG quarter represents a unique moment when human error, minting technology, and history converged to create something unexpected and valuable. It's a reminder that behind every coin lies a story waiting to be uncovered. When we look at the market today, the value of these coins is nothing short of astonishing. At recent auctions, these rare error quarters have sold for up to $82,000. To think that a coin originally worth just 25 cents could appreciate so dramatically is a testament to the power of rarity, condition, and collector passion. For those who might stumble across one of these quarters, identifying the missing initials is key, but it's not always easy. The JF initials are tiny and subtle, requiring a keen eye or even magnification to spot their absence. Professional grading and authentication services are crucial for anyone serious about confirming the coin's authenticity and determining its exact value. The excitement surrounding this coin has inspired collectors everywhere to re-examine their collections and pay closer attention to details they might once have overlooked. It's proof that even the most familiar objects can hold secrets that change their story entirely. More than just a coin, the 1980p No FG quarter serves as a symbol, a testament to the nuances of coin minting, the thrill of discovery, and the incredible value that can be found in history's smallest details. Beyond the monetary value, owning such a coin is like holding a piece of a fascinating story. A story of craftsmanship, chance, and the meticulous work done inside the U.S. Mint. Each coin represents an intersection of artistry and industry, and when a variation like this occurs, it's as if a window opens into the minting process itself. Collectors also appreciate that coins like this connect us across generations. Imagine this quarter passing through thousands of hands before being set aside and treasured. It's a bridge to the past, a tangible connection to the year 1980 and the world as it was then. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just enjoys the thrill of a good story, remember this: sometimes, the most ordinary things can surprise us. And in those surprises, we find the magic of history, art, and value all rolled into one. The next time you handle a quarter, look a little closer. You might just be holding a rare piece of history that could change your life. Up next is the fascinating 1986 USA quarter dollar minted in Philadelphia, the 1986 P quarter. To most people, it might seem like any other quarter, a small, everyday coin that changes hands countless times without a second thought. But behind its familiar design lies a rare minting anomaly that has turned this very coin into a prized treasure for collectors and numismatic experts around the world. 1986 was a dynamic year in American history. The country was riding high on an economic upswing, and culturally, it was a time of vibrant shifts. Music, fashion, and technology were all evolving rapidly. Politically, the nation was led by President Ronald Reagan, who was midway through his second term. Internationally, the Cold War, while still present, was beginning to thaw, signaling a slow but significant transformation on the world stage. And quietly, the Philadelphia Mint was doing what it has done for centuries, producing coins to fuel the nation's economy. Among the billions of quarters minted in 1986, a few stood out, not because of flashy design changes, but because of a subtle mistake that crept into the minting process. The coin's design is steeped in tradition and symbolism. The obverse features George Washington's profile, the work of John Flanagan since 1932, portraying America's first president with dignity and strength. Surrounding him are the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year, 1986. On the reverse side, the American eagle spreads its wings wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbols of strength and peace. What makes the 1986 P quarter extraordinary is the rare, double die, error on the obverse. This error means that certain elements, such as the lettering and Washington's profile, appear doubled. The doubling creates a ghost-like shadow effect, a subtle but unmistakable doubling that can be spotted with close inspection. It's not an obvious error at a glance but becomes vivid once you know exactly where to look. This kind of doubling happens during the minting process when the design is transferred from a hub to a die. If the hub and die are misaligned even slightly, it causes this doubling effect. While the U.S. Mint employs rigorous quality control, these rare errors sometimes slip through, creating a collectible anomaly that turns heads in the numismatic community. Collectors value these double die coins not only for their rarity but because they are fascinating reminders of the mint's complex and detailed production process. They reveal how even with modern technology, human factors and mechanical quirks can create one-of-a-kind pieces. Owning a double die coin is like owning a physical slice of history, a story frozen in metal. Condition is paramount when it comes to value. Most quarters circulate heavily, picking up scratches, dings, and wear over time. But some 1986 P double die quarters have survived in exceptional condition, graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services. These mint state coins maintain their original sharp details and brilliant surfaces, greatly enhancing their desirability and worth. The coin's value today reflects this unique combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance. It's not just a piece of currency, it's a collector's dream and a testament to the fascinating quirks of coin production. The excitement this coin generates isn't just about monetary worth, it's about the thrill of uncovering something rare and unexpected in what most would consider an ordinary object. For those passionate about coin collecting, finding a double die coin like the 1986 P quarter is like discovering a hidden gem. It sparks curiosity and invites collectors to develop a keen eye, encouraging a deeper appreciation for the coins they encounter. The hunt for such rarities adds a layer of adventure to the hobby, blending history, art, and chance. As interest in this coin grows, so does its market demand, pushing its coin value higher and higher. It has become a sought-after treasure for both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike, representing the allure of owning something truly special. Today, the coin value of a pristine 1986p double-die quarter can reach as high as $71,000. This remarkable figure illustrates how a small, seemingly ordinary coin can transform into a rare and valuable collector's item, celebrated not just for its monetary worth, but for the unique story it carries. This kind of discovery is what keeps the world of coin collecting endlessly fascinating. It's a reminder that treasures can be hiding in plain sight, waiting for those with the curiosity and knowledge to spot them. Every coin tells a story, not just of its face value, but of the history, the craftsmanship, and sometimes, the rare accidents that make it one of a kind. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who appreciates history, the 1986p double-die quarter is a shining example of how the ordinary can become extraordinary. It challenges us to look a little closer and to never underestimate the potential hidden in something as small as a quarter. Who knows? The next rare coin could be right under your nose, waiting to be discovered. The next coin we're uncovering today is the 1997 USA quarter dollar, minted in Denver, recognized by the small D mint mark. To the casual observer, it seems like just another quarter, easily overlooked in your spare change. But for those who know where to look and what to look for, this specific coin has become one of the more talked about and mysterious quarters in modern numismatic circles. Let's rewind the clock to 1997. The United States was riding the wave of a technological boom. The internet was taking off, the economy was soaring, and Americans were entering the final years of the 20th century with confidence and curiosity. Amid this vibrant cultural backdrop, the Denver Mint was carrying out its regular duties, striking millions of coins for everyday use. Among the quarters produced that year, something slipped through the cracks. A tiny detail. An imperfection. A minting anomaly. And that's where our story begins. The design of the 1997 D quarter is nothing out of the ordinary at first glance. It features the timeless image of George Washington on the obverse, a portrait first introduced in 1932 by sculptor John Flanagan. Washington's stoic profile faces left, framed by the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the mint year, 1997. On the reverse, the bold American eagle stands with wings spread, perched atop a bundle of arrows, framed by olive branches symbolizing peace. But what sets the 1997 D quarter apart is an unexpected and extremely rare error known as an off-center strike, a minting misalignment where the coin design is shifted from the center, often leaving parts of the image or inscriptions missing. While minor misalignments are occasionally seen in circulation, significant off-center errors, especially in quarters from the 90s, are exceptionally rare. What causes an off-center strike like this? It all comes down to the minting process. A blank coin planchet is fed into a press between two dies. If the planchet isn't properly aligned, if it slips slightly before being struck, the resulting image can appear misaligned. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. The key is balance, just enough misalignment to make the coin clearly unique, but not so much that it loses major elements like the date or mint mark. That's where the magic lies. In the case of the 1997 D quarter, only a small number have surfaced displaying an off-center strike significant enough to be considered a major error. These coins often show Washington's face pushed toward one edge of the coin, while part of the "Liberty" text or the rim is partially cut off. On the reverse, the eagle may appear to be drifting, off balance, or shifted out of its normal stance. Collectors are drawn to these coins for multiple reasons. First, there's the sheer rarity. These errors weren't meant to happen, and when they do, the mint typically catches them quickly. That means very few ever leave the mint. Second, they're visually striking, literally. Unlike many errors that require a magnifying glass or expert knowledge to spot, an off-center strike is visible to the naked eye, making it a dramatic piece to show off or talk about. And then there's the condition. The value of any error coin skyrockets when it's found in excellent shape. Some of the 1997 D off-center quarters that have surfaced are in mint state, meaning they were never heavily circulated. These coins retain their original shine, sharp edges, and untouched details, making them incredibly appealing to serious collectors. Error coins like these also tell a story beyond their mistake. They reflect the human element in minting, a moment where timing, machinery, and precision were just slightly off. And it's in that moment that something unusual and special was created. A deviation from perfection that, ironically, became more valuable than perfection itself. As word spread about the 1997 D off-center quarter, interest grew. Collectors began paying closer attention to their pocket change, hoping to stumble upon one of these elusive coins. Some even turned to online marketplaces and numismatic auctions in search of this modern rarity. But they don't come up often. And when they do, they rarely stay available for long. For many, this coin represents the thrill of the hunt. The idea that something as small and unassuming as a quarter could be worth far more than its face value, simply because of an imperfection, is endlessly fascinating. It reminds us that value isn't always tied to precision. Sometimes, it's the deviations that become most treasured. If you've ever wondered whether coins minted in more recent decades can become valuable, the 1997 D quarter offers a powerful answer. It proves that modern coins, when touched by rarity, can hold just as much appeal and worth as those from centuries ago. Now, let's talk about the most anticipated detail, the coin's value. For a 1997 D quarter displaying a prominent off-center strike and preserved in high-grade condition, its value today can reach up to $59,000. This coin isn't just a collector's piece, it's a reminder of how the smallest mistakes can lead to the greatest surprises. It represents history, rarity, and the unexpected treasures that continue to be found in the most common of places. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the story behind the rare 1997 D quarter, don't forget to give this video a like. It really helps support the channel and lets us know you want more content like this. Have you ever come across an unusual coin in your change? Or do you have a favorite error coin? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your stories, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We've got more fascinating coin stories, hidden treasures, and surprising values coming your way very soon. Share this video with a fellow collector or someone who might just have a rare coin lying around. They might thank you later.